Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Woman running Sparkling Heart Sha Carri Richardson stands up for Christian Coleman's epic comeback, an empowering love story. The track remembers everything, every false start, every silence after a fall, every comeback that once felt impossible. And on a warm evening, beneath stadium lights that shimmer like hope itself, the track bore witness to something more than speed. It witnessed belief, loyalty, love. It witnessed Sha Carri Richardson standing tall for Christian Coleman when the world turned quiet. Christian Coleman knew what it felt like when cheers disappeared. Once hailed as the fastest man in the world over 60 and 100 meters, his career had rocketed with promise. World titles, blazing times, and effortless dominance that made sprinting look simple. But the same sport that lifts you high can pull the ground from under your feet. Controversy, suspensions, questions. Suddenly, Coleman wasn't being discussed for his starts or finishes. He was being discussed in whispers. Headlines replaced highlights. Doubt replaced applause. For many athletes, that's where the story fractures. But not this one. Sha Carri's moment of choice. Sha Carri Richardson knew pressure too well. She had lived through it. Public scrutiny, viral moments, judgment from millions who never ran a step in her shoes. She knew what it felt like to be defined by a moment rather than a lifetime of work. So when Christian faced his darkest stretch, Sha Carri didn't hesitate. She didn't distance herself. She didn't go quiet. She didn't let silence speak louder than truth. She stood up, not on a podium, not in a press conference, but in the everyday, invisible ways that matter most. Love in the training shadows. Their bond wasn't built for cameras. It grew on empty tracks at sunrise, when spikes scraped against rubber and the only sound was breathing. It grew in weight rooms, in rehab sessions, in long conversations about purpose when motivation felt thin. Sha Carri saw Christian not as the headline saw him, but as the man who still showed up, the man who trained when no one was watching, the man who believed his story wasn't finished. You're more than what they say, she reminded him. And sometimes that was enough. Standing up when it counts. When the comeback whispers began, skepticism followed fast. Could he still compete? Could he still belong? Was the fire still there? Sha Carri answered without words. She showed up to meets. She posted support without apology. She celebrated progress, not just medals. In a sport where public opinion shifts faster than the athletes themselves, her loyalty became a statement. She wasn't defending a reputation. She was defending a human being. The comeback begins. Christian Coleman's return didn't come with instant fireworks. It came with patience. Races with times were good, but not yet great. Starts that were sharp, but still searching. Each meet became a step forward rather than a final verdict. And through it all, Sha Carri remained steady. Not loud, not performative, just present. She knew comebacks aren't built in one race. They're built in belief repeated daily until it becomes muscle memory. Two athletes, one understanding. What made their story powerful wasn't romance. It was recognition. They understood each other in ways few could. They both knew what it meant to be young, gifted, and scrutinized. They both knew how quickly love turned conditional in elite sport. They both knew that talent alone doesn't protect you. So they became each other's constant. When Sha Carri faced her own challenges, Christian returned that same steadiness. No judgment, no pressure, just belief, not win or else. Just, I'm here. Love is resistance. In a culture that often demands perfection, their love became resistance. Resistance against cancellation. Resistance against one-dimensional narratives. Resistance against the idea that mistakes erase worth. Sha Carri didn't ask the world to forget. She asked it to see. See the work. See the growth. See the comeback in progress. The race that changed the energy. Then came the race. Not the fastest of Christian's career, but the most meaningful. A clean start. A powerful drive. A finish that reminded everyone why he once ruled the lane. As he crossed the line, the stadium responded, not with disbelief, but with respect. And in the stands, Sha Carri smiled, not triumphantly, but knowingly. She had seen this moment long, before anyone else believed in it, more than medals. Their story is about gold. It's about grounding, about what happens when two elite competitors choose compassion over distance, when love becomes less about celebration and more about endurance. Sha Carri didn't save Christian. Christian didn't complete Sha Carri. They strengthened each other. The track remembers this too. Years from now, stats will list times and titles, but the track will remember something else. It will remember a woman who stood firm when standing firm wasn't popular. It will remember a man who ran back toward belief instead of away from pain. It will remember that love, real love, doesn't wait for victory. It shows up during the climb. Final reflection. Speed fades, support endures. Sha Carri Richardson standing up for Christian Coleman wasn't a headline stunt. It was a reminder that behind every comeback is someone who believed before the crowd returned. That empowerment doesn't always roar, it often whispers, keep going. And that love, when rooted in respect, can outpace any doubt. On the track, they run separately. But in life, they run side by side. And sometimes, that's the most powerful finish of all. Checkered flag, sparkling heart. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.